So there are a few actions. We let the love wash over us. One hand, we let it. We let the love wash over us. We let. And then we do the same thing with joy, I think is next. Joy, same actions. Peace. And then peace. Oh, yeah. Joy, peace, and then back to love. Okay, so you can stand up and join us with this. 3, 4. Here we go. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be.
There are times when you might feel aimless and can't see the places where you belong. But you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along. And when you're near it, you can almost hear it.
It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part.
symphony. Just keep listening,
And pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious.
Wow, what a great way to start our anniversary Sunday. Thank you all for being here. My name is Paula Land. I am your platform assistant for this morning, and I'm a very, very grateful member of this congregation. So great to see all of you again this morning. Thanks for coming back after the awesome party last night. So we just want to, again, welcome you here to Unity Center of Cedar Rapids. We appreciate your presence and the energy that you bring into this space. And for those of you who are online, we want you to know that though you are not here with us, we are connected heart to heart and soul to soul. And if you are a visitor for the first time today, please pick up a welcome packet in the foyer. And please know that we are here to support you on your spiritual journey. Our guest speaker today is Reverend Ellen Debenport, all the way from Unity World Headquarters. Yes, great to have you. Thank you for making the trek up to celebrate with us. Our musicians, any guests? We've got the beautiful, awesome choir and band with us today. Thank you so much for your dedication to bringing your talents to this space. And now, if you would, join me in our opening statement. There is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. You're up.
Time for our opening number that we're all singing. So everybody take a stand if you would like, or seat if you are comfortable there. And we'll sing God is good and all is well. 2, 3, 4. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I can feel So let's take a moment to greet each other, handshake, hug, namaste. I behold the Christ in you. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good, and all is well. 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 All is
Wow, can you just feel like that vibrational energy in this space just lift as we greet each other and share the joy of the music? Well, it is now time to sing our kiddos off to youth and family ministry. So let's do it.
Oh, I'm in the wrong key. No, that's the right
Yeah,
key.
that sounds good.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
Right. Now for some announcements. After the service today, the events team will meet in the strong room. As if you haven't had enough meetings of late, why not another one? But I'm sure that they're going to be discussing our centennial celebration. It was such a success, and there were so many people to thank for that. So if you had anything to do with making this beautiful night we had happen, please stand and let us show our appreciation. Stand up. Kevin, Wonderful. The all-congregational photo is after the service next week at 11:15. So remember, too, that you can get your individual or family photos taken at the same time. You'll just, no sitting fee, just pay for the prints that you like. We really want to have a great showing. If you cannot be there for some reason, I think we're going to have an extra take, but we want to see a big group of people like we have in our photos there. All right. The Spirit Space book study is at 10:30 on Thursday. Started last Thursday. There's still time to join because there are 3 more weeks. On the Brink of Everything, Grace, Gravity, and Getting Old by Parker Palmer. And Joni Cooley is your facilitator. It is helpful if you sign up. That way she can let you know if anything should change. I am going to be starting another class called Spiritual Economics using the book by Eric Butterworth. We'll be discussing the principles and process of true prosperity. It'll be held via Zoom, so you can stay in the comfort of your own home. Just click on your computer and join in. 2 hours, 6 to 8, and that will be for a total of 5 weeks. The books are available in the bookstore. Again, you do not get that link until you register. So again, QR codes are so valuable. Plus, you can go to the app, go to events, click on the link there. You can sign up through the e-news. There's also a link there. There's so many ways to sign up. but please do. The Especially for You race is on Sunday, October 6th. And even though the discounted fee has ended, there is still time to register. And if you would like to, if you have any questions, please see Susan Liddell sitting in the back. One thing I forgot to mention when we were talking about the centennial celebration is that we had some amazing servers that came and helped us. And I know we passed a basket, but some people didn't have cash. And if you do have cash and would like to contribute today, Frank Niedermeyer, sitting over by in the corner here, has an envelope, and he would be happy to take that donation. And next week, our very own Tom Bootsmiller will be giving the talk on mindful meditation with my feathered friends. Yay. We don't get to see Tom up front much. He's always in the back at the computer, helping to run the show with Lisa there. Right, if we have a prayer request today, please see Susan or Jan, and Jan. They will both be by the prayer room to greet you and join you in prayer. And now we're ready for our congregational song.
So if you read the e-news, you saw that one of the topics, or maybe the main topic that Ellen is going to talk about today is the daily word. So I thought it'd be great for us to sing day by day. So let's all stand as we're able.
Let's take that feeling into our hearts as we just take a centering breath. Be still for a moment to really anchor yourself into the presence of this day. And now join me for the statement of purpose. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We gather to create an experience of spirit. At Unity CR, we offer practical teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. Meeting you right where you are, we endeavor to provide a variety of ways to support your path of spiritual living. And our mission is to provide spiritual awareness and share the wonder and joy of God's love. And now for our daily word, which is so appropriate for today. Blessed. All things work together for good in my life. I am blessed. If someone asks me how I'm feeling, I may smile and simply respond, I am blessed. I have many bills to pay, maybe a few aches and pains, but I remain aware I am an expression of God. I know wherever I am, whatever I am doing, God can never be further away than my next thought. While I may not believe challenging events are blessings, I will feel blessed when I respond with an awareness of God's guiding, loving presence within me. Rather than reacting anxiously, I proceed calmly and with confidence, trusting divine order. Knowing I am blessed, I radiate faith that I pray helps others recognize the blessings in their own lives. And from Numbers 6:24 through 26, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
So we're going to do Ohms today. To do our centering before the meditation, and Tom's going to lead us. 4 ohms? Okay.
Let us take that vibrational energy of the Om into our hearts, and let us feel the very presence of spirit in this space and within, knowing that our very presence is what makes community. The love, the joy that we bring into this space and into this spiritual community enriches each of us. And as the daily word reminds us, we may have times of trials, tribulations, pain, and yet with all of it, we take comfort knowing that spirit, oneness, divine energy, substance is within and all around us. As we move through our week and we think about times of challenges, we remember this very feeling this morning. We remember the love, the light, the joy. And we let that anchor us in our knowing. Once again, our very presence in this world makes a difference. We reach out. We give a hug. We share a smile. We think good thoughts of others. All of this works together for the greater good of all. And that reminds us of the power that we have within us, of all the powers that we have within us to express and to use for the fulfillment of our lives and the lives of others. And as we give thanks for all of those who came before us in this space and in the other spaces that Unity Center of Cedar Rapids inhabited, for all those beautiful souls who walked through the doors and made it be. We are so, so grateful. And for those of us in this room who continually share their gifts, their talents, their enthusiasm, and their love of this place, and the love for one another. We are so blessed. We are so grateful. And as we rest in this moment of beauty and love, we project out. We stand ready to prepare the way for our next year, for our next decade, for our next 100 years, knowing that those who follow us will be truly blessed and embraced by all that Unity and Unity CR has to offer. And as we know that God is, and I am, and I pray, it is not enough to simply know the truth. We must live the truth that we know. Today, tomorrow, and every day. And for all of this knowing and all of this being and all of this doing, we say thank you, thank you. And amen.
a family, and home can bring this family face to face. And though we may be far apart, our hearts can be as one when love brings us together in one place.
Wherever there is laughter ringing, someone smiling, someone dreaming, we can live together there. Love will be our home. Wherever there are children singing, where a tender heart is beating, we can live together there. Love will be our home. 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 Wherever there is laughter ringing, someone smiling, someone dreaming, we can live together there. Love will be our home. Wherever there are children singing, where a tender heart is beating, we can live together there. Love will be our home. 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 Wherever there is laughter ringing, someone smiling, someone dreaming, we can live together there. Love will be our home.
Wow, if your hearts aren't full right now, man. Thank you, choir. I'd like to introduce our guest speaker this morning, Reverend Ellen Debenport. She is a journalist turned Unity minister who is now combining both areas of her expertise as Vice President of Publishing and Content at Unity World Headquarters. She is the author of 2 books, The 5 Principles, wow, A Guide to Practical Spirituality, and Hell in the Hallway. And maybe in the highway too, I don't know. Light at the Door. About the spiritual path through change and transition. She served as senior minister at Unity Churches in Dallas and Wimberley, Texas. In her previous career, she reported for the United Press International and became political editor for the Tampa Bay Times in Florida, and then was assigned to the Times Bureau in Washington, D.C. Yeah, wow, what a career. Her bachelor's degree in journalism is from Baylor University. Please help me welcome Reverend Ellen Debenport.
Thank you. Morning. I have so much to say, I don't know where to start. First of all, it is So wonderful to find a thriving Unity Church with great music. And I'm especially happy to share your 100th anniversary. Unity World Headquarters feels close to this center through Martin Fisher. I said this last night. He is on the board at Unity World Headquarters. He was also the printer of Daily Word for about 20 years. He has sold his company, but Daily Word is still printed in whichever direction, Hiawatha. And Laura Mead worked on the Daily Word account for 20 years. Daily Word is also 100 years old this year. If you're new to Daily Word, it is a tiny magazine of daily devotionals read by people all over the world who may or may not know it comes from Unity. I brought extras if you don't have it and want to see it. They're in the bookstore. There are 2 months in each issue. Most people get the print magazine. It's also available in large type, and boomers increasingly are getting the large type. The digital subscription comes to your email box every morning. You can also sign into your subscription to read the message on the unity.org website or the Be Unity app. And you can read all 100 years of Daily Word messages on the website. Okay. We started planning for the centennial of Daily Word 3 years ago, which gave us time to create an anniversary book, 100 Years of Daily Word. I knew it was going to be 400 pages, and I'm the one who insisted on the heavy, fancy paper. I didn't realize we were creating a 5-pound book. But it is in your bookstore if you're interested. We also put a special section on the unity.org website. We, this year, had an online event about Daily Word's history, an employee celebration at Unity Village, and the Fillmore Festival last month was focused on Daily Word. So just being here to link our celebrations is icing on the cake for me. And I am grateful you invited me to talk about Daily Word's anniversary because, well, you probably shouldn't get me started on Daily Word. Let me explain, excuse me, it's the allergies. Let me explain my role with Daily Word. I am not the editor. That's Teresa Burton. She's a Unity minister who lives in Nevada. She reports to me. I oversee all the publications, Daily Word, the other magazine, the books, the booklets. But Daily Word is by far the best known and most loved. It currently has about 350,000 subscribers. It circulates in more than 100 countries in 5 languages, English, Spanish, German, French, and Portuguese. It has its own product line. There are Daily Word card decks on healing and peace. There's a prayer wheel. There are greeting cards. There's a Daily Word jigsaw puzzle. So this is really not an infomercial, but since you expressed interest, you can order them on the unity.org website. You can click on shop in the upper right corner. You can order them on Amazon, but if you want to support this center, you can get your bookstore to order them for you and buy it through the center. Okay. Daily Word magazine, just the magazine, is Unity's primary outreach to the world. It's a way that we can share Unity teachings even with readers who don't know what Unity is. Now, I've learned there are always a few people in Unity centers who are not yet aware of the Unity movement beyond their individual community. So let me just give you some quick background. Unity was founded in 1889 by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, middle-aged couple in Kansas City. The original offices were in downtown Kansas City. In 1919, Charles started buying up farms about 15 miles southeast of downtown. He just wanted a weekend getaway for his family and the Unity employees. They would bus them out there just to enjoy nature. They started putting buildings out there in the 1920s, and after World War II, all of the offices moved to what was then called Unity Farm. It's now a 1,200-acre campus called Unity Village. Unity Village is its own incorporated town. We have a mayor and a zip code and sales tax. We celebrated the 100th anniversary of the village itself 5 years ago. And if you haven't visited, I know it's 5 or 6 hour drive, but you really should see it. It's just beautiful. You can see pictures on unityvillage.org, or I think there's a video tour on YouTube. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore had both used prayer and spiritual principles to heal lifelong ailments, which is a whole nother story. But they wanted to share what they were learning, and so they started a magazine, not a church. Although pretty soon they were teaching in-person classes. They established the prayer ministry called Silent Unity, but they were primarily a publisher, books, magazines, pamphlets. They tried different types of magazines. The two most successful through the years were the original Unity magazine, and for 98 years, We Wisdom, magazine for children. Daily Word later became the flagship of Unity Publishing, but it didn't come along until 35 years after Unity was founded. And what surprised me even more is that Daily Word was not Charles and Myrtle Fillmore's idea. Daily Word was started in 1924 by a man named Frank B. Whitney. He was a dentist from Kansas who had come to work for Unity, and we're not sure why. He originally worked in the Silent Unity prayer room, and by 1924, he was dean of the correspondence school, because the Fillmores had started teaching by mail, as well as through their magazines and the classes in Kansas City. Frank Whitney believed all those students and magazine readers and the people who wrote or called Silent Unity needed something inspiring to read every day. So he suggested Daily Word, spiritual messages based on a single word or phrase every day. Well, the Fillmores loved it. In truth, it was kind of an idea that had floated around for years. You know how they'll just float around. You know, wouldn't it be nice if we had some sort of daily devotional reader? But the vision coalesced with Frank Whitney. It seems so obvious now, but it was a divine idea whose time had come. So in January of 1924, the Fillmores announced, we have a new publication coming. And by the first issue on July 1st, 1924, they had 5,300 advanced subscribers. A one-year subscription cost $1. They called it a pocket periodical. That was their marketing tag. And here's how they advertised it, which is really pretty much the same as we do today. People who live in the rush of things want something definite and explicit that they can lay hold on at the instant. A booklet that can be carried around in the pocket or in the handbag, that can be used on the train or on the streetcar, on the desk, on the workbench, at the kitchen table, on the dresser. Myrtle loved developing young people as leaders, so she gave 35-year-old Frank Whitney free rein to carry out his idea. Whitney wrote nearly all of the Daily Word messages and articles and poems in every issue for the first 14 years. By the time he died in 1938, Daily Word was already global. And Daily Word has had only 10 editors in the century it's been around. Martha Smock served for 33 years. Colleen Zuck was there for 24. And Frank Whitney remains the only man ever to be editor of Daily Word. We're still using his blueprint. It's a word or a phrase, an affirmation to take with you into the day, a short message, and then a quote. In the first few years, it wasn't always a Bible quote. Sometimes it was from Unity books. So in the archives at Unity Village, there are shelves of little leather-bound copies of Daily Word. And at a glance, the early ones are not that much different from today. There have been changes if you look for them. The design has been updated as much as you can design something so small. Language has shifted with the times, and the purpose changed a bit. The original messages were formulated as lessons. They envisioned their audience as people who wanted to learn about unity teachings and principles. So Daily Word was instructive. Today, Daily Word is aimed at a much broader audience. We don't see the readers as unity students per se. In surveys, most identify themselves as Catholic, and then Baptist, and then all the others. About 20% name unity as their spiritual home. And that's what the Fillmores intended for unity. They wanted the teachings to be shared and used by anyone alongside any church or faith. So, to create this Daily Word anniversary book, Teresa, the editor, and I went through 100 years of messages. Today, there are certain popular words that are used every month. So we chose 12 of them for the Daily Word anniversary book, like healing, grace, forgiveness, prosperity. The book has 2 messages from each decade on each topic, so more than 200 messages. And it gave me a chance to look through the changes in tone and content through the years. Okay, this is where I should probably warn you, I am an editorial nerd. But content is my job. My job is, whether it's in print or digital, what are we saying? What is the message we are sharing with the world about unity? So the early message in Daily Word was hardcore metaphysics. This is principle, take it and live it. There was no mention of the state of the world or social conditions, even though Daily Word supported readers through the Great Depression and a series of wars. It gave no attention to outside conditions. Truth is truth, no matter what, God is principle. Starting in the 1940s, this is my observation, Daily Word shifted more towards standard Christianity. Unity's roots have always been Christian, but the emphasis had been metaphysical, the practice of spiritual principles, non-literal Bible interpretation, the study of consciousness. In the 1950s and 60s, America was undergoing a huge Protestant boom. Churches were built on every corner, and Unity rode that wave. Daily Word had 1 million subscribers in the mid-20th century. And it was the heyday of magazines in general. The 50s and 60s had radio and TV, but if you wanted to read, it was on paper. In the 1990s, I believe, the United States had a spiritual awakening. It's when people started calling themselves spiritual, but not religious. They started reading Marianne Williamson and Wayne Dyer and Deepak Chopra, who were teaching what we'd been teaching. They may have drawn away from organized religion, but not the concept of the divine or a higher power or our inner spirit. So Daily Word shifted toward that audience, spiritual but not religious, still incorporating our Christian roots. By 2000, Daily Word stopped referring to God as Him. And American English was becoming less masculine in general. Daily Word also took a softer tone, providing comfort and inspiration. It began to acknowledge that people sometimes have bad days or negative feelings. It mentioned the things we experience like fear, sickness, grief. Early Daily Word never would have named it. They believed if you acknowledged a problem, you were giving it power. I think we have different ideas today about what's mentally healthy. It includes acknowledging circumstances, feeling your feelings, and then turning to your spiritual nature. Daily Word also shifted from God out there intervening to do things in our lives to focus on our divine essence, God as one presence and one power working within us. And today's messages increasingly declare God is not just within you, God is you. God is the love and light in every heart. God expresses in, through, and as you. You share divine attributes with God. Fillmore called them the 12 powers. Our true nature is spiritual or divine. It's something Unity has always taught. It's our second principle. It's just the changes in Daily Word have just been a matter of emphasis. Now, we do hear from some readers about this. We know that they are more traditional Christians than most people in Unity. We got a phone message the other day from a furious woman. Oh, she was mad. Who said, "We are not divine, and it is blasphemy to say so." Okay. Others don't actually cancel their subscriptions, but they'll say, "Whatever happened to God and Jesus? You never mentioned them anymore." Not true. God was in today's reading. God was in yesterday's. God is in tomorrow's. I checked. And then we also hear just the opposite. Daily Word is way too Christian for me. Cancel my subscription. So I should be clear, when I talk about complaints, it's a handful out of 350,000. Most people are very happy with Daily Word. The subscription renewal rates prove that. By and large, people read Daily Word through their own spiritual lens. They automatically filter it and find meaning that resonates with them. What we hear most often is, "Don't change a thing." No, actually, what we hear most often is, "How did you know I needed this message today?" So I can tell you a story about that. When Teresa chooses the words for each issue, she has a calendar, of course, with all the holidays and other important days. Sometime in the summer of last year, she was choosing words for the January-February issue 2024, because we work 6 or 8 months ahead. She noticed that February 11th would be Super Bowl Sunday. Now, Daily Word would not mention the Super Bowl, but she chose the word strength for that day's message. So for those with the Super Bowl on their mind, it was a match, and for those oblivious to the Super Bowl, it was still meaningful. Of course, she didn't know that our Kansas City Chiefs would win that Super Bowl again. She also couldn't foresee that the Wednesday after the Super Bowl, the Chiefs would have a huge victory parade in downtown Kansas City that ended in a mass shooting. One person died, several were injured. And the word for the day the next morning was comfort. It had been chosen and written many months before. So how do we choose exactly the right message for the day? How do we know what you will need to read on any given day? It's a God thing. You may notice that Daily Word doesn't mention American holidays. It's a global publication. We have readers all over the world in countries with their own special days. So we would never say it's Super Bowl Sunday. We don't even say it's Thanksgiving. But the word might be gratitude. On July the 4th, we're unlikely to say it's American Independence Day, but the word will be something like freedom. Same is true for Veterans Day and Memorial Day. It's words that are meaningful no matter where readers live. This week on 9/11, the word was remembrance. So after Teresa chooses the words, she divvies them up among the writers. There are about a dozen message writers scattered across the U.S., and they get 4 or 5 words to write messages about. It's a diverse group, Black, white, Hispanic. Some are Unity ministers, some are not. At the same time, she's looking for new people to write the feature stories. There are 2 per issue, 1 for each month. And she looks for someone who can write a short poem. If you think you have an interesting story to tell, or you write poetry, get in touch with Teresa Burton. Once it all comes back from the writers, she edits it. I eventually go over it. The designers put it together. The copy team proofs it, and it's uploaded to Hiawatha for printing. Our team at Unity Village translates it into Spanish, and volunteer affiliates in other countries get it translated into French, German, and Portuguese. They print and distribute it. They sell subscriptions. They handle everything on their end. No money changes hands with Unity. They're volunteers. They do it out of love for Daily Word, and we're grateful for them. What we hear most from readers is gratitude, how much they love Daily Word, how long they've read it. It's not unusual for someone to say their grandmother introduced them to Daily Word, and now they're giving it to their grandchildren. It's 5 generations. So I've been wondering what we can make of all this today. What can you take from a talk like this besides interesting information? What can we carry into our week? 3 things, I think. One is that ideas come in their time, divine timing. The desire for a daily devotional had been around Unity for years. Frank Whitney showed up to make it happen. So if you're impatient with something coming forth in your life, like, say, a new minister, know that it will happen when conditions are ripe for success. The people and the processes you need will show up. Another takeaway is that everyone in the world can use spiritual inspiration every day, just a boost. And we in Unity are helping provide that. So if you want to help uplift the world and bring peace, know that you are doing that through Daily Word. And the third thing, there are unlimited ways to express spiritual teachings, principles, and powers. 365 days times 100 years is 36,500 ways that we have explored aspects of the divine so far. It's what this center has been doing in Cedar Rapids during the same century, exploring the divine. Every day, Daily Word reinforces our awareness of our true spiritual nature, our oneness with God and each other, and unlimited possibilities for our lives. So 3 things: divine timing, daily spiritual inspiration, and unlimited possibilities. So I'll end with my favorite Daily Word story. A few years ago, a woman wrote to us and said she had recently turned 95 years old. And on her birthday, October 5th, her children took her out for dinner. When she got home, her house had been burglarized. So she dealt with that, and when she went to bed that night, she reached for Daily Word that was always on the nightstand, and it had been ripped in half. It was the September-October issue. The burglar took October, the current month. So this woman said she never knew what Daily Word said on her birthday in October, but she wanted us to know that all kinds of people appreciate Daily Word. We looked up her birthday, and I swear to you, the message that day said, "Nothing and no one can rob me of my joy." Thank you for celebrating your anniversary along with Daily Word.
And I put the chorus up there. We're going to sing the chorus 2 times, and then we're going to do a verse and a chorus and a verse and a chorus 2 times. So, Somos el barco. I don't know. Do you guys speak Spanish? Anybody speak Spanish? Perfect. I know, but you can correct me on my pronunciation. So let's all say this Spanish line together. Somos el barco. Somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. And here's the translation below. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. Isn't that beautiful? So that's the words, and the melody so beautiful with that right.
The stream sings it to the river sings it to the sea sings it to the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco, somos el mar, yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea, I sail in you, you sail in me. The boat we are sailing on was built by many hands. The sea we are sailing on touches many lands. Somos el barco, somos el mar, yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea, I sail in you, you sail in me. So with our hopes we raise the sails to face the winds once more, and with our hearts we chart the waters never sailed before. Somos el barco, somos el mar, yo navego en ti, yo navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea, I sail in you, you sail in me.
Last time.
Somos el barco, somos el barco, somos el mar, somos el mar. Navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea, I sail in you. You sail in me, I sail in you, you sail in me.
Reverend Ellen brought this from Unity Village, or Unity World Headquarters. You are the light of the world for Unity Center Cedar Rapids for 100 years of ministry and service. We will find a beautiful space for this. And while the ushers are coming forward, we invite you to hold your love offering in your hand for a blessing. And for those of you online, we invite you to make your contribution at unitycr.org. We bless these baskets in the abundance that they will soon receive. We see them as symbols of their potential available to all of us. As we participate in the sacred act of giving and receiving, we give generously, we receive thankfully, and we give again abundantly. And now join me with our offertory statement. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
down deep in my heart. It's great joy in knowing with God I am going, and never from Him to depart. Oh, it gets sweeter
As the days
as
go
the
by.
days go by.
As the days go by.
It gets sweeter
As the moments
as the moments fly.
As the moments fly.
My love is richer,
Richer,
deeper,
deeper,
fuller,
fuller,
sweeter,
sweeter,
sweeter, sweeter, sweeter as the days go by. Oh, it gets sweeter
as the days
as the days go by. It gets sweeter as the moments fly.
moments
My
fly.
love is richer,
Richer,
deeper,
deeper,
fuller,
fuller,
sweeter, 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 sweeter as the days go by.
Oh, it gets sweeter as the days go by. Oh, it gets sweeter as the moments fly. My love is richer, fuller, deeper, sweeter, 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 sweeter as the days, sweeter, sweeter, sweeter as the days, sweeter, sweeter, sweeter as the days go by.
Fun was that? Woo. All right. Susan and Pat, thank you. So freely we give and gratefully we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these gifts, tithes, and offering to the will, the work, and the way of the Christ as it expresses through this ministry of love and service. And for these prayer requests, we surround these members of our spiritual community who've made known their prayer requests with our loving thoughts and prayers. We affirm and know that each person is blessed with wisdom and discernment, health and wholeness, and prosperity in good measure. We release these requests, trusting that all is well. Amen. Now, stand and let's sing the peace song. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. And that's the truth.
We're going to start at D. At D. Oh, it gets sweeter. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2.